Congressman Bryan Steil, Republican from Wisconsin, joins me now. Congressman, your reaction to that 7% jump in inflation over the past year?
It may be a new year, but the American public is still feeling the consequences of a year of bad policy under the Biden administration. The numbers that came out today only confirms what the American public already knows. It's more expensive to fill up your car at the gas pump. It's more expensive at the grocery store. Christmas shopping was more expensive. We need to change course in Washington, D.C. We need to dramatically change course, both in our fiscal policy, we're spending way too much, but also in our monetary policy, where the Fed's balance sheet continues to grow dramatically.
Now, the Fed chair, Jay Powell, he says there is no longer a need for aggressive stimulus. Listen to what he's got to say. Roll it, please.
The economy no longer needs or wants the very highly accommodative policies that we've had in place to deal with the pandemic and the aftermath. So that's what that's really about. We're really just going to be moving over the course of this year to a policy that is closer to normal, but it's a long road to normal from where we are.
And yet, some Democrats want to spend more on stimulus, and some Republicans agree with them and want to give more stimulus for business. Would you vote against that?
I would. I think we need to rip the Band-Aid off of our COVID-era policies and get our way of life back. In particular, as it relates to the monetary policy, over the past 2 years, we've seen the Fed's balance sheet increase by $4 trillion. Stuart, since the last time we talked 8 weeks ago, the Fed's balance sheet increased by $100 billion. I've expressed my concern to Chairman Powell that we need to get the Fed's balance sheet under control. We need to change course both on our monetary policy, and it's positive to see the chairman agreeing with that now, but we also have to get our control on our fiscal policy, where in Washington we're spending way beyond our means, and the consequences are real, and the American people are seeing it. We see it with a 7% increase in CPI, but that's what everyday Americans are feeling when they go to the store and prices are going up on them.
What people don't realize is that inflation rate wipes out wage gains. 7% inflation at the consumer level, wage gains at that level more like 4-5%. So you're swamped. You're losing ground about 2% a year. That's just, people don't realize that. Well, maybe voters realize it. The man on the street realizes it, but the Democrats are ignoring it. Last word to you.
The Democrats are absolutely ignoring it, but the American people feel it. They're getting clobbered every day. When wages are not keeping up with inflation, it functions like a tax on all Americans. And that's what working everyday Americans are feeling every day. Prices going up, their wages aren't keeping up. We need to change course in Washington immediately.
I'm not sure we will, but we'd like to. Congressman, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. See you again soon.
Thank you.
We have one top House Democrat pushing for some members of Congress to vote from